Well, good afternoon. I'm meteorologist Jacqueline Thomas with another weather update for you as we've been tracking that chance for severe weather and the severe storms that have popped up so far today. We do have a couple of new severe thunderstorm warnings and warnings across the state that we just want to talk to you about here and let you know where these storms are now as this line is quickly racing across the state from west to east now through this afternoon. You'll notice some of these warnings also still have that tornado possible tag, which means that we're still seeing signs of rotation in the atmosphere and in some of these thunderstorms. So we'll go ahead and zoom in. Here's one of the warnings located just to the east of Manchester. It includes Chester, Raymond, Nottingham, Newfields. You'll notice that this particular cell that we're watching with this storm packing a lot of heavy rainfall, perhaps even some hail, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail, a possibility with this thunderstorm. Auburn getting poured on right now. Chester, you're about to get in on that heaviest rain as this continues to push its way east. And with that tornado possible tag, it means that we've seen some signs of rotation. And if I switch over to the velocity scan, which is what we've been showing you at times today, it shows you that wind speed and direction. You can kind of make out these two colors, the green next to the red a little bit, trying to indicate some of the rotation that's been happening within this storm. If I show a different view of that, you'll notice that the two colors are nearby, but not really touching each other, which is a good sign. It means that rotation isn't quite tight enough to really form necessarily a tornado, but the possibility still exists. We'll go ahead and zoom back out. There is that warning that carries us from Hooksett back up towards Epsom and Deerfield, but that expires in just a couple of minutes here at 4 o'clock, and it looks like the storm that was in that warning has moved out of that area for now. But then we'll go ahead and head back to the south because this new warning was just issued, including the Milford area, Merrimack, and that's for this cell here that we've been keeping a close eye on with this line as it's been pushing eastward. Milford seeing a lot of lightning and a lot of heavy rain. Wilton, you're just outside of this here, but as this pushes east, you really want to make sure you're getting into a safe place, getting indoors, and able to stay away from windows. The lowest interior room of your house or building is the best place to be as these storms come through. And this particular area of storms here with this line has been showing some of that rotation. Let's see if I can bring up a clearer view here. This is the Boston radar, the velocity scan there, the wind direction and speed out of the Boston radar, and you can see pretty clearly that bright green and some of this bright red and even pink color indicating that signature of rotation, hence why we have that tornado possible tag with this severe thunderstorm warning as it's tracking its way east and northeastward. So Milford, you want to be in your safe place as you head towards Merrimack. Also want to be getting into a safe place. This is quickly moving your direction, and eventually it will head towards Londonderry, Bedford, Derry area as well. So that's one area we're keeping a very close eye on here. If that rotation tightens, then we may see a tornado warning get issued, in which case, of course, we'll continue to keep you posted. We have that severe thunderstorm warning through Chester, Raymond, Nottingham, Newfield right now. And then as we head a little bit further north, I'll show you another warning that we have here in the state as well. This is for just south of Ossipee as you head back through Wolfboro, Wakefield, Alton, Middleton. There's a severe thunderstorm warning there for this cell that you see here, just pushing through Alton, continuing to track its way eastward. There is no current tornado possible tag with this warning, so that means not really seeing any clear signs of rotation with this thunderstorm, but there could be rotation that forms with any of these cells and storms that we've been seeing today. There's been rotation in the atmosphere. So a lot that we're keeping our eyes on. The big thing is if you can hear thunder, you want to get inside, you want to get into a safe place because these storms are moving through quickly and they're packing a pretty big punch. Strong gusty winds regardless of rotation, 60-mile-per-hour winds possible with these storms, and even some potentially large hail as well. We'll of course keep you posted as we head through the rest of the day today. If any new warnings get issued, we'll let you know.